This is the final post in the series about fear, and the focus today is on faith and infinite intelligence. In part 3 of this series of blogs, I talked about the havoc that ego can cause to our well-being. Ego lives in the conscious mind and tries to control everything. But fortunately, ego sooner or later, often sooner, becomes exhausted and requires sleep. And the good news is that at last the deepest and most powerful parts of our brain can have their voice heard for once. And this is our unconscious mind talking. So never underestimate the power of sleep to allow processing of deep thoughts. And in part three, I concluded that achieving a flow state can only be achieved when the ego is silenced and when our higher powers are activated. This higher power can only come from one of two places, inside or outside ourselves. Buddha said, apparently, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. That sounds pretty good. The first possibility is much easier to explain. That's coming from inside, because inside our body there are resources that have evolved over millions of years to prepare us for life. They're working constantly 24/7, performing biological miracles every second, and we're almost completely unaware of this activity. And it's just as well that we are unaware of these processes. Otherwise, the ego would start to interfere with our hormone production, our digestive system, and indeed every single other biological system that makes us the most advanced life form on this planet at the moment. Edison said something along these lines as well, when he said, I know this world is ruled by infinite intelligence. Everything that surrounds us, everything that exists, proves that there are infinite laws behind it. There can be no denying this fact. It's mathematical in its precision. Well, it certainly is. So we don't need to learn any new techniques to find this sweet spot of where we're in flow. So resist any suggestions that your ever helpful ego will try to impose on you. The only thing you do need to know is that these resources are already inside you. It's your default state and how nature intended you to be. But the chances are that you've blocked your most precious gift since you were a young child. But it's never too late to open your mind and perhaps your third eye. So be open to the wonder inside you now and know it's there for you right now. Now I know that this takes a huge leap of faith and great courage, although when you get in the habit of thinking yourself in this different way, it will soon become the way that you choose to live. Here's another quote, this time from Maxwell. Happy is the man, or woman, I'm sure he meant that as well, who can recognize in the work of today a connected portion of the work of life and an embodiment of the work of eternity. The foundations of his confidence are unchangeable, for he has been made a partaker of infinity. Not sure about that. I mentioned that there can only be two ways to live inside our bubble and find our flow state. The second possibility is that these higher powers come from outside ourselves in some way. And this time there are many different ways to describe what this higher power might be. And all of them will work. Our challenge is to identify the one which we can resonate with the most strongly. Now, it's not my job to say which I think is the most important, and not least because I don't know, but nor do I need to. Throughout history, all cultures, religions and philosophies have recognized this higher power. This is why many people believe in God, in angels, in invisible giants, in spirit guides, in past lives, and in Jung's collective unconscious, in universal wisdom, and I could go on with numerous other concepts. Here's a quote from Newton. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent being. That's what he believed in. So just as before with the internal possibilities, they all work. As before, they require the same huge leap of faith. Knowing these resources are available, as I said before, is all you require. Easy to say, I know, but much harder to do. again, it'll require courage to resist the temptation to return to our comfort zone, because that's what we always do, and the delusion of control where everything feels familiar and safe. This comfort zone exerts a powerful influence upon us, but the truth is that unless we do things differently, we will never achieve the results in life that we both desire and deserve. And if you find it difficult to stop over-planning and over-worrying, and most of us do, there is one other way to access these higher powers instantly. When you or someone close to you is in extreme danger, and I hope they never are, these powers will be available to you immediately. They are so powerful they completely overwhelm the interference of the ever-well-meaning ego. And this explains why individuals are capable of demonstrating supreme strength and purity of thought when it's most needed. Because it's only when we are tested to the extreme that we find out just how much power is there for us to use. Don't wait until then. Live every day in the moment right now. Put yourself in the game with your head in the right place, sit back and enjoy the ride. Here are a few more final thoughts, and I hope you might find them helpful. Certainly our friend is a good place to start, Mr. Leonardo da Vinci. He said, "Nature's the source of all true knowledge. She has her own logic, her own laws. She has no effect without cause, nor inventions without necessity." So I guess, putting it in my words, the harder you search for an answer, the less likely you are to find it. The best answers will only come from deep inside you, or from outside, from the previous list of invisible giants, universal wisdom, the power of love, God, and Carl Jung's views about the collective unconscious, and all of the others that people believe in. And they believe in some crazy stuff too, of course. Infinite intelligence will not come from your conscious mind, nor should you expect that it will. It'll only come from a deeper part of your mind, or through you when you are ready. It will only come at the rate and speed that's appropriate for you, and this will be literally different for everybody. Slow is as good as fast, which is good news for us slow ones. The library of the universe is a parallel dimension where there is all the time in the world. And this feeling of being connected to something greater than ourselves is both comforting and empowering. It means we have more tools at our disposal than we imagine. This is the way that I explain it to my clients, and I keep repeating the message until they get it, and finally they do. I say, you already have everything you need to get lucky, or to do whatever you want to do. You just need to find where it's hiding, and my job is to help you do that. A friend of mine, a great person I respect, is Carl Jung. Synchronicity as an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. And I help people by continually reminding them of the difference between thinking and knowing. We work together to ditch the thoughts and develop the few things that we know. It makes life a lot easier and provides the best environment for the results to follow. So I hope this blog and the series of blogs helps you too, and I know that it can. If your ego cannot accept the existence of an internal or external higher power, challenge it to explain the miracles of nature by logic and current scientific knowledge. How do animals with almost no brain migrate from one side of the world to the other with infinite precision? How does a simple spider construct a web that is 100% fit for purpose and also a work of art? How do bees communicate to the other bees in the hive to share where the best pollen to make honey can be found? These are just a few questions that occur to me, and there are many, many things in nature that we do not understand. But the great thing is, we do not need to. We just need to stand back in wonder and awe of the infinite miracles of nature. So enjoy the view. And I'm going to finish with Einstein because he's a pretty smart bloke. If you try to penetrate the secrets of nature, you will find that there remains something subtle, intangible, and inexplicable. Veneration for this force, which is beyond anything we can comprehend, is my religion. So there he goes. He has the last words. Thank you very much for watching this far, and I really do hope it's helped. Bye-bye for now.